Hey, Tubies, this is Psychic Bob. Well, welcome to Wiccan Wednesday. How do you like my new robes, huh? Well, actually, they're not new, but they're probably new to you guys. I found my white Wiccan robes. You may remember that a few days ago I talked about that wonderful picture, Daughter of the Moon, and I showed the priestess in her white robes. Well, anyways, these are some of my old white robes. Aren't they beautiful, huh? Check these out. See, full length. They even have a hood in the back, but I'm not wearing the hood today because I have on my purple witch hat. I'm so glad you guys are here. Well, you guys were telling me how much you enjoyed our Travel Magic series. And, the wonderful thing about Travel Magic is it doesn't require a lot of supplies or a lot of advanced preparation. I like to call it magic on the go. So we're going to do another simple magical spell today that I found that I think you'll enjoy. So let's go over to the altar and do some magic. Today's spell is taken from Llewellyn's publication, The Grimoire of Lady Sheba. And here you can see this wonderful magical book on my altar. This is a classic. It was one of Llewellyn's first witchcraft books. It came out in the 70s, and they recently reprinted it in hardback to honor Lady Sheba. And as you can see, the needs for this are very simple. All you need is, well, the book. You don't have to have the book after today, but if you want to get the book, and a piece of paper and a pen. This is sigil magic, and you'll find out just how wonderful and easy it can be. Here's the book, The Grimoire of Lady Sheba, and when you open this up, you can see you get a picture of Lady Sheba. Lady Sheba's actual name was Jessie Wicker Bell, and she was, I believe, out of Kentucky. Yeah, here it is. It says, Jessie Wicker Bell, Lady Sheba, was born in Kentucky in 1920. A modern witch, she is also the mother and grandmother. In 1971, she founded the American Order of the Brotherhood of the Wicca. And in that year, her Book of Shadows was published, followed by The Grimoire of Lady Sheba in 1972, and Witch in 1973. She traveled, made public appearances, and lectured for a time, but left public life in the mid-1970s to care for her husband throughout a lengthy illness. Since his death, she has lived quietly in retirement. But as you can see, she's a wonderful lady. She's contributed a lot to the craft, so I recommend this book. Now, to show you this spell, this is a spell very simple. I'm sure many of you have had the experience of traveling and discovering that you've lost something. This is our sigil spell that will help us find missing objects. Let me see if I can zoom in on that for you. It's kind of hard to see here, but you can get a sense of what the image looks like. And basically what it says is that sigil spell. I, Sheba, being on the astral plane, did receive an ancient symbol and sigil used by the ancient Yavajo Indians, headhunters, to find any lost person or thing. Draw this sigil on paper and point it in the direction, north, south, east, or west, where the person or object is believed to be lost, and they will be found. So, Tubies, we're going to try our hand at this. Fortunately, this doesn't look too complex. I'm a little challenged artistically sometimes. I suppose if one were really desperate, one could Xerox it. But we're going to assume you're traveling and you don't have a lot of access to high tech. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this. too bad so far. Psychic Bob's not the greatest of artists. But remember, as you draw your sigil, visualize your intent. So in this case, it's to find a missing object. I know when I've traveled, I've lost items. So this is good if you're at a hotel or you're in an SUV or at a campground. It could really be used anywhere. And there's my sigil. Looks pretty close. There's Lady Sheba's, there's mine. Now, Lady Sheba doesn't require the next step, but if you wanted to, you could take your sigil and pass it through incense to further consecrate it. Or if you're traveling and you don't have access to incense, you might also just get your wand and cast a simple pentacle to further empower this. So in this case, I'm going to take my wand and trace a pentacle over the sigil to empower it. And so I go, here this pentacle I lay, for power now, by night, by day. See how that works? Here this pentacle I lay, for power now, by night, by day. So mote it be. So Tubies, as you see, magic doesn't have to be expensive, and it doesn't have to be complex. Sometimes the most simple spells are the most powerful. And if you're traveling and you don't have access to a lot of stuff, remember, these magic spells can go practically anywhere with very little preparation. I'm so glad you're here. Excuse me, I'm having bad allergies today. But I'd like to say thank you to all of you who came out to yesterday's video, which was Messages from the Spirit World. If you didn't see that, check it out. It's the video right before this. And if you enjoy what we're doing here at Spirit Channel, I hope that you'll like this, favorite, share it with your friends. Let's get out the word about the wonderful work that we do here. And we'd love you to be part of our channel. So definitely hit that subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and you'll be part of our scene. Well, anyways, guys, thanks again. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. And we'll be back here tomorrow on Thursday for Zodiac Thursday, so you don't want to miss it. We'll see you then. Blessed be.